So today we will make a video on the Big Five and the functioning of the brain. So first about extroversion. So extroversion has dopamine as an important substrate, especially assertiveness, and also there is an hypothesis that opiate system is important for extroversion and especially for enthusiasm. Now as for neuroticism, neuroticism reflects individual differences in the sensitivity of defensive distress systems in the face of threat, punishment, or uncertainty. So there are variations in the behavioral inhibition system, BIS, and the freeze, fight, flight system, FFFS. And this reflects the two aspects of neuroticism. So as for withdrawal, it is related to behavioral inhibition system and especially anxiety and depression. And it implies passive avoidance and a tendency to inhibit behavior to avoid punishment. And as for volatility, it corresponds to irritability, anger, emotional lability, a tendency to get upset easily, and it is active defense responses. So serotonin and noradrenaline are both responsible for the BIS and FFFS, and so it is likely linked to neuroticism. For example, serotonergic drugs are used in many disorders such as depression, anxiety, and panic disorders. Now for openness and intellect. Openness intellect is very responsible for cognitive explorations. It generates new interpretations of experience in terms of causal or correlational patterns. It is linked with cognition, such as reasoning and perceptual process. People high in openness and intellect are imaginative, curious, innovative, perceptive, thoughtful, and creative. There are two major subfactors of the trait: intellect, so it is cognitive engagement with abstract ideas, and openness, which is cognitive engagement with perceptual and sensory information. It is linked with curiosity and innovation, and goes back to dopamine. Dopamine is responsible in curiosity and exploratory behavior. This has been well established in animal research. Dopamine is involved in the working memory attention mechanisms that allow maintenance and manipulation of information in short-term memory. Openness intellect is associated with reduced latent inhibition, an automatic preconscious process that blocks stimuli previously categorized as irrelevant. Now, as for conscientiousness is linked to the pursuit of non-immediate goals and rule-based behavior, the best psychological predictor after intelligence of academic and occupational success, as well as health-promoting behavior and longevity. There are two aspects to it. Industriousness is the ability to suppress disruptive impulses contrary to goals, and orderliness, which is the tendency to adopt and follow rules, whether self-generated or imposed. Now, as for agreeableness is linked to cooperation and altruism, which are the core functions of it. Agreeableness should be associated with ability to understand the perspectives of others and to adjust our own behavior to accommodate them. Most obvious candidates as neural substrates for agreeableness are the many parts of the default network involved by decoding the mental states of others, associated with functional connectivity among major hubs of the default network.